A very, very warm good afternoon. Hello, this is Arun Chaudhary. You are live on my YouTube channel, Arun Foot. It is January the 11th, 2025. It's a watch along of East Bengal Super Giant, and we are only into the first 4 or 5 minutes, and already Jay McLaren has scored for the Mariners. And in the second minute itself, it's advantage Mohun Bagan now in this game. And yeah, it's going to be interesting as McLaren plays it through to Manveer. Manveer trying to get up to the line, and ball is cleared. Yep. Jaji Maher. Will be interesting to see how East Bengal now manage. Kieran says, seems like Mohun Bagan Super Giant going to fetch the sheet. Looks like today, Bengal FC suffered a late 0-1 loss to Mohammedan Sporting, who've been winless in quite a while. Their second win only in the history, in their ISL history. While Mohun Bagan, trying to score another one off a corner. Good evening, FC bottled up the points again. Yes, as they show once more. Yeah, ball through to Jamie McLaren, opportunist from the Aussie striker. Akash says, disappointed to see an empty stadium. Yes, and this is a question that I ask, right? I mean, if East Bengal and Mohun Bagan, we always talk how big these, and then if they're unable to fill a stadium, they should be able to fill a stadium anywhere in India. And this is something which to me is a topic which is not discussed often enough, I feel. Therefore, I say, entities as big as they are, and but that's nice. Sanskar, Shivaldo missed the game for me. Yep, I am good. So that's that. Oh, Clayton. Yeah, that's the problem for Clayton Silva this season. Mohammedan played quite well today. Gosh, yes, missing one-on-one corner for East Bengal in the 7th minute. PV Vishnu now taking it. And Clayton is an open goal. Is that opportunity? That is Clayton Silva for you this season, I guess. It has not been the same Clayton that we've seen over the years. I think that's the big problem for Mohun Bagan. For East Bengal, that Clayton Silva has been missing the opportunities that he's had. And and if you don't score of those opportunities, then opponent will get those opportunities. Superstars, I'm sure he deserves better club. Here on Rare, yes and no, because he's had matches where he's done well. He was, and the same thing was the case with him last season at Mohammedan Sporting, and therefore let's not over exaggerate. ECS fan clubs in every single district towns, and was still why they couldn't bring fans from North Bengal. Akash, that's a question for the club to answer, right? They are unable to generate the number of fans that there are there, and it's a question that that needs to be asked to the club. But who's going to ask that question? And who's going to ask them why didn't the fans stand up? With all the hype, the interest that is created, a derby, on Indian shores anywhere, should get a decent number of people watching it. But this today, as Mohun Bagan try to, Manveer into the middle. East Bengal at the moment trying to clear Chungunga. That wasn't good enough. So maybe a chance to break Demantakos. As East Bengal try to build up. Throw in. It'd be better for league if East Bengal win today. Yep, that's why I said yes. So to me, would be good if, somehow the other East Bengal win. But at the moment, if you look at it at this stage, it looks very, very unlikely on how the match, situation once more. That opportunity for Clayton, he just has to beat the keeper. Wow, that was a monster clearance. That's the problem at the moment, Clayton. Not as it can be. I think that's the big problem with Clayton Silva at the moment. Could have rinsed it with Delhi, then disappointed. Akash, I think Delhi was never up for a discussion. A derby in Delhi, don't see that happening anytime soon. One-sided shield fight. I want things like last year. Yeah, again, I get your point. Oh, chance maybe. Oh, Manveer cleared. Yeah, Mohun Bagan putting a lot of pressure on East Bengal in the first few minutes. And win today, that will give them a big advantage in the Shield race because they can move to 35 as BFC stay on 28. Yeah, looks tough for me at the moment. And let's see what happens. Who do you see, Jackson? Has not fully settled. If you ask me, not fully settled. My streaming is quite a bit delayed, Akash, and my streaming is breaking off today. So I don't know what is happening. Oops. Super with a blunder. And that's crazy, huh? I would have thought. Just seeing the stadium now properly. Was it 2,000, 3,000 people in the stadium? Well, that's shocking to say the least. As Mohun Bagan attack in the 12th minute. And that's deflected, a Liston shot. Last week, my football suddenly stopped. Yeah, we've had that case as well. Don't know, sometimes they have problems with streams. I don't know what the issue then is. Mohun Bagan makes attack on the attack. It's going to be really tough for East Bengal. Yeah, at the moment it looks tough. It looks very, very one-sided if you ask me so far. Clearly, Mohun Bagan Super Giant, the better team. And yeah, there's no comparison. He's been with injuries and other things, but yeah, it's sadly to say there is no comparison between the two at the moment. Cummings at McLaren, of course, always dangerous, capable of creating something. Yeah, that's also a fact. So therefore, that's something. It's going to be. So that's something. My uncles and older folks must be crazy angry today to see empty stadium. Akash, angry is one thing. I think it is also of how big these clubs are. I mean, East Bengal at the moment, of course, have been struggling for years now in the ISL. But Mohun Bagan, best team in the country, supposedly has support everywhere. Forget you're talking about districts. People tell me they have support everywhere. So therefore, these are all, things that we should talk about. But yeah, where is it? Where is the support? And that's something which I find disappointing. Mohun Bagan have top-notch quality in playing. McLaren, Cummings. We're not even talking about Petratos or about Greg Stewart at the moment. Huh? Lovely through ball here. Ball through to Prabsukan from Ashish Rai. East Bengal, Oscar Bruzon. Match in charge. I think That is also a question. Oscar Bruzon surely not happy about things at East Bengal, at how things have been evolving and developing. That's going to be another challenge for the Spaniard. I'm interested to see after this game if he's going to stay on or if he's going to say, you know what, thank you very much. I tried, but I couldn't change anything within the club, so I'd rather leave. And that's going to be a question that will arise at East Bengal, and yeah, difficult to see how continue. And I don't know what's with you, but for me, my live stream is struggling at the moment. East Bengal now attack the 15th minute. Ball into the middle, chance maybe for David to fall against Aldred. And Diamantakos wants a penalty. This is as I felt also against Mumbai City. Diamantakos always complaining, and there we see, yeah, clearly foul from David. There's no discussion about it. Diamantakos, yeah, might be a good striker, but maybe he doesn't know the rules of football. Yes, Clayton. Sad to see Clayton Silva in this situation. Last 2 seasons, he was keeping East Bengal alive. It feels like for Diamantakos Silva, their last ISL season, I feel both players are amazing, but the recent form of fitness is really concerned. Yeah, especially, I mean, Clayton, 100%. This might be the last match or last matches. Or find a solution that they can bring in. And on the other side, Diamantakos, yeah. So that's it. Yeah, my stream is not wanting to work. This is really bad today. I don't know what. Maybe too much of a demand on one football. Origin said that's not a pen. I can't. I'm not seeing a pen, so I can't tell you what's been given. Cummings. This stream is bad today. One came at the stadium. Eighteenth minute. Guerrero says East Bengal looks like the I-League team against Mohun Bagan. Yeah, some of these teams will look like an I-League team against Mohun Bagan at the moment. Mohun Bagan surely clearly the best team in the league. Hijaji is underrated. Do you feel same, sir? I feel he's overrated. I think East Bengal fans wanted to keep him in the summer, and now they're saying that he shouldn't be in the squad. So that's the assumptions of our fans sometimes about a player. I feel, I don't know, to me is certainly not an overrated player. Sorry, underrated player. Yeah, what can East Bengal do out of the situation with Mohun Bagan clearly in charge? As we see, Greg Stewart and Dimi Petratos in there. Lovely ball forward, but Prabsukan's going to get to the ball first. The same with Victor Vasquez. Again, Victor Vasquez was a big name, great name, but when he came to Kolkata, way past his prime, so that's also rare. Has come to play in Kolkata. David will follow. And that's the challenge. Mohun Bagan are just quicker, faster, more quality. Lovely ball out there. Cummings. Second. McLaren. And somehow Prabsukan saves that. Hi, XYZ. Somehow. How does Manveer not score a goal? Yeah, that was not even 100 for Manveer Singh. Needs to score that. Lovely combination football from Mohun Bagan. McLaren, Cummings. Sorry, Cummings, McLaren, and then Manveer. No offside, no offside. Conviction, Manveer. And that ball is in. Turning my head to Hector Yuste. Nishu Kumar. Right. Going back today. Ball across to Vishnu. Beats for once Ashish Rai. And that ball, no chance for David to get to it, and offside being shown. Very well seen by the ref. And once more, McLaren. Manveer, that's not a shot for the right. That's with your left. You don't push it in like this. You have to push the corner. And that would have been the second. East Bengal alive, and you never know. Jackson looking for Nishu. Loses it to Liston. Sahal plays it back to Shubhatish. As Mohun Bagan slowly build up in their half. Apuya with the... Also interesting to see Apuya was struggling at the start of the season, has really settled now well into Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Sahal, nice little turns. Yeah, but loses the ball. Vishnu is challenged by Manveer. Vishnu plays to Shovik. Hijaji Bahar and Manveer try to be smart, and then McLaren doesn't get to it. Hector Yuste. I think East Bengal needs players like Udanta, Amay Roshan who can really fill the spark in team. Yeah, but those are three players. I see none of them if you ask me. Here or there. So we're trying to build up. Clayton. Lost. That's wasted, Clayton. Missed him back. Not an easy one. Not an here on rare. Biggest mistake of East Bengal was letting go of Nanda. Of Nanda? Why? Nanda's still there. He's on the bench today. Good enough. Chance there. Cleared by East Bengal. For a Mohun Bagan throw in. Hector used the clearing. I want to say deserving lead for the Mariners, who are clearly the better team amongst the two Kolkata sides. Given rare. I mean, Nanda to me is not even an ISL player. The question is, who do you play? I'm surprised that Mahesh is not playing. He was the best of the players in this team, if you ask me. Nanda is not even, sorry, Nanda to me is not even as a level at the moment. Build up. Nishu. Does it out of the derby is when it's too one-sided? Western trying to over smart. Clayton plays it out to Vishnu. And that's a useless ball for Diamantakos. Can't get to that one. There's a lack of quality. That's clearly visible at East Bengal. That's, I think, the big problem is Mohun Bagan build up. Sahal tries to play and foul from Aldred. It feels like Mohun Bagan playing preseason game with a second division club outside India who even don't have sponsor. No offense, but I feel bad for East Bengal. Yeah, it's a mismatch, but again, I think for East Bengal, look at it as a cup tie and try and get something out of this game. I think that needs to be, there needs to be something. It can't be all doom and gloom around the red and gold. Questions need to be asked about the squad composition. Jaji, David, Jackson, looking once more for Nishu. Gets to the plays it short to Clayton. Can't get past Sahal. Throw in. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one for East Bengal C. But if East Bengal somehow pull a good result in this game, it will boost. Again, for them, for East Bengal, today, only a win counts. Everything else, they will have 15 matches after this. If they have 15 points for 15 matches, playoffs looks very, very build up today. Only a win counts. David. Takes it to Shovik. Vishnu. Trying to beat Ashish Rai. Doesn't get past him. And yeah, foul given. And it's a yellow card for Ashish Rai. Let's see that again. Vishnu for once a good turn. Ashish Rai commits too early. Let's see once again. Goes up. Yeah, only plays the man, doesn't get the ball. Correct. Free kick and yellow card for Ashish Rai. Clayton Silver to take it. Brazilian captain for the red and gold. Clayton Silver. It's in the box, cleared by, I think, Manveer, yes. Cummings far, far away. Shovik with the ball into the box. Vishal Kate coming out, punches it out of danger. But East Bengal have the ball. It's into the box. Clayton Silver doesn't get to it. Hijaji Maya doesn't get to it. Yeah, Manveer does a good job in clearing the ball. Cummings then out of the danger zone, but East Bengal shove it back into the box. Important Vishal Kate gets to it. Demantakos has it on the edge of the box, puts it into the box, but too far for Hijaji Maher or for Clayton Silver to get to the ball. The drinks break. Yeah. At the moment, if one is honest, so far this has been a mismatch between East Bengal FC and Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Mohun Bagan Super Giant leading 1-0. Yeah. What will they do? What can they do? Ashish Rai, missed by Hijaji Maher, and McLaren beats Hector Yuste and then puts it into the back of the net. For the red and gold. It's only one thing. Yeah. It's a total mismatch at the moment, in my opinion, between these two. In Kolkata, I guess, with this kind of match without fans, feels like it's an amateur league game. Yeah. What is this lineup though? Why using both strikers? Yeah. Interesting question. Yeah, Mohun Bagan in the box. McLaren tries to get it in. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu committed so many mistakes today. Doesn't deserve national team for a single match at all. Okay. Oh gosh. This is good over age now, I feel. Okay. It's consistency, as I've said, guys. It's Indian goalkeepers, and consistency is a big problem. While we're talking about goalkeepers, I think we can talk about every position in this league. It's a huge problem at the moment with the performance levels of the players, and yeah, it's showing day in, day out, and it's not getting better with our keepers, and is where the only good thing so far for East Bengal can only be that they're just one goal behind. You know, everything still to play for. And Shovik. With an argument. Yeah. A little bit of arguments. Jesus completely. Let's see what he does. VP Suher doing things for no reason. Score some goals. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here to see how these things happen. As we shall keep this down, ball, straight forward. David. That is naughty, to say the least. Good one. Mohun Bagan clearly in charge, giving space to East Bengal. But the red and gold, yeah, they need just one opportunity. So you stay with the ball. Difficult one. Also, those of you who are here on arunfoot, maybe you're new, welcome to the channel. If you haven't, do like the video. If you're liking what you're seeing, not only here, this watch along, but also regularly in our Indian football lives. And 4 likes only so far, guys. I think we can do better. 2,138 subscribers, so we clearly are growing. That's a foul from Shovik. Let's see if he gets away without a card. Foul against Apuya. And that's a card for Shovik. Yeah, that was a naughty one from Shovik, and he knows. Has the ball. I'm sure it goes in, yeah. Not intentionally, but gets the leg and the knee. And to have a look at the benches of the two teams. As East Bengal are trying to avoid a Mohun Bagan attack. Yuste. Is it what to Nishu? Can he keep it from Sahal? No, Sahal takes the ball away. And Sahal wins the throw-in. Mohun Bagan have Petratos, Greg Stewart, Abhishek Suryavanshi, Deepak Tangri, Arsh Anwar Sheikh as a goal. Glenn Martins is on the bench, Saurabh Bhanwala and Suhail Bhatt. While at the other end, East Bengal have Nanda Kumar Sekar, Devjit Mujumdar, Mahesh Naurem, Aman Sike, Shamon Besra, Shumon De, Shan Banerjee, as well as Chaku Mandi. Oh, that's a dangerous one from Ashish Rai, cleared by Yuste. Ashish Rai on the right wing and Yuste clears it. Yeah, could have been dangerous with McLaren. I don't understand Shovik, what he wants. Yeah, good question. I think Shovik is fighting. Shovik is fighting for himself, for not getting anything. That's the problem. Oh, that's a header from Mohun Bagan. Jane McLaren, but puts it wide. Or was it Tom Eldred? Let's see that. It comes out of nowhere. As I've said, the only good thing for East Bengal so far, it's only a 1-goal deficit. Mohun Bagan with all the control, all the gameplay. They haven't been able to score a second. Could be totally different. That's the thing, the biggest thing. If they can keep it at 1-0 or maybe score a 1-1, everything to play for. And suddenly people ask, how did this happen? As East Bengal build up in the 43rd minute. Is it to David? Nishu? David? Diamantakos? David? Nishu? Doesn't commit a cross. Now he does, but totally wasted. Nishu Kumar. That's the thing, decision making so can be a problem. For East Bengal to try and get something out of this game. Again, as I repeat, it's just a 1-0. All to play for. Nothing is lost. Mohun Bagan played between their own lines in their defensive half. Tom Madrid pushes it over to Alberto Rodriguez. Scores. Back to Alberto. Across to Ashish Rai. Tries to play a through ball. Too ambitious, Ashish, I would say. Mohun Bagan have the ball back. We're into the last minute of the first half. Mohun Bagan. See out the half. And I repeat, to me, looks like I'm trying to get forward. Liston doesn't get a corner. Chimunga. It's very interesting how team this, a team like that. Cleared by Bengal, Cheekson. Up to Vishnu. Ashish Rai. Oh, that's advantage. Diamantakos. Vishnu. Do they want a penalty, is Bengal? Not sure. Tries to play in the middle. Like to see the replay of that situation. Shubhashish Bose involved. That can always be a handball. Let's see. Oh. That was a... What do you guys think? I thought... To see that replay again. That was in the natural position and close to the body. So, on the left, Cummings. Fox finds McLaren. On the other side is Sahan Abdul Samad, and he blows over. Not happy with this defensive shape of his team. Let's see that one. Ooh, let's see that. No, did it? 1 second. I touched Apuya's arm. It's a little off. It's like this, but is it too far away from the body? Wow. Close distance. I thought it was Shuashi. If it was Shuashi, yeah, that was a really sure one. He blows for half time. And Mohun Bagan Super Giant break. And then there's Bengal versus Mohun Bagan in there. There was hand contact. Question to me is it unnatural or not? Which angle? Was it? What did you guys see? Was it a contact from Apuya or was it a contact from Shubhashish? I'm not. That is the one where I'm not 100% sure. Let me know. Akash says clear handball. It was a handball, says blue. Because if it was... Like to get these replay angles sometimes are a little weird. Blue says Apuya. I thought also, but Apuya, was it natural, unnatural? That would have been my question on that situation. The contact was from both of them. Okay. Question is, who is unnatural and who is natural? It was on the body. I'm not sure. Clear handball, outstretched hand. Yeah, but it's not outstretched. Outstretched hand is this. Achut, if you're doing this, I mean, I have to get up to show it. If I'm this, We're still discussing it from the Euros here in Germany. You can't extend your arm in the box. Sumit, yes, you can't, but the question is how much is it off the body? There's here, we had that yesterday also where an unnatural arm hit a player. Puts his arm out and the Dortmund guy runs into it and gets a penalty. It was a handball from Puya, yeah. And was it on target? I don't know. With these kind of things, you have to do, multiple. If you have to do multiple replays, natural, unnatural is and an unnatural hands are like if your hands are up like this, right? This is or you spread out like this. You're trying to play handball or basketball or whatever. That is unnatural. Even to extend your body shape. So if you are standing, I'm just standing up, so my hand is like this, right? If my hand is like this and your upper arm is on the body, but your fingers are a little off. Difficult to show. 1 second, let me do away with this and it's this. Oh God, I'm trying to do rules. It's a very difficult one. So therefore, was it a clear handball? Then Joylan, that's what I would like to see because that there was hand contact. There's no doubt about it. But then there's the definition of a handball. If the hand is away from the handball part, that's the discussion that one has. And then we come onto natural, unnatural. Are you growing? Is your hand too far off? Because I thought it touched Shubhashish first. That hand was clearly off. You can see that from that back win. That's why. No, it was a little bit more than you show. Again, I can only see what I've seen on the video. That's why if you've seen it in a better angle, again, if it's off, is off. Then you're, given a pencil, the Kukurea and boat was not given a. Kukurea was a different one, Orithro. There were not two players, and the hand is that this far away, right? This is quite a different angle. So not fully extended, but half extended. Yeah, half extended is also extended. So that is then a penalty, right? So both of them was extended, same as Bastien extended against France. Penalty was given. That's what I'm saying. If that was really close, then it should have hit this body also, but it didn't. If the hand is on the body, the question is where does it hit? So therefore, that's the point. That's what you're saying. Shovik, I can't have an opinion. I need to see it properly. My first instinct was when I thought it hit Shubhashish, and if it hit Shubhashish for me, half extended. If it's half extended, then it's a pen. Then it's a clear pen. Then we don't need to discuss it anymore. But I'm again, I'd like to see a proper replay, or if someone sees someone has taken a proper screenshot of it. Kind of half extended. If it's half, then it is, right? So once again, outside handball hit just above the wrist, and Apuya moved his hand away after the hit. Is he moving it away after the hit, or he's trying to? The ball is hitting him again. That is all factors. It was at least 2 degrees more straight from yours, and it was 100-degree proper. 180 degree is this, right? Oh no, 100 degree is this, right? If I'm looking from here. That's my, Let's see, they're showing now the highlights of the first half. I just want showing that at the moment. They're showing now stats of Manveer and of Liston. And my one football is creating abroad as well. You can't get a hit on it after that, but you would need VR for that. Which that's what I'm saying, you know. Yeah. Interested to see Derby. Sachin, I am disappointed to say the least. I thought, 15, 20,000 people would turn up. I think both these clubs need to flag of national. Not good enough. Not good enough, to say the least. Just let me, because so I've just seen it again. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. The arm is. Let me just remove. Let. I just saw that video. So if you see it from the side, it looks like Apuya's hand is like this, right? It's like this, but actually it's a little further off. So therefore, from that angle, too much of a gap, and it touches him here. I would say penalty. But that for the referee to see. I know now conspiracy theories will come up again, but for the referee to see that, difficult. I mean, it was straight arms, means it was like an exact traffic police test. That's the point. It wasn't. It's a straight this. It's not this. It's not this. It's here. Or do we have a problem in defining where the arm is? But overall, the same story. East Bengal defense, yeah, and no trust in their. That's the thing. But the thing, as I've said, it's one goal. It's only one goal. And yeah. So that's the thing. Anyways, good. I think if one is honest, again, even it's to me, yeah, Mohun Bagan could have been 2-3-0 up, but they weren't. They aren't, so they can only blame themselves. Hope not cost us later. And that's the blow. That's the thing with is given. Then we have a different situation if the the attempt is made. Just 1 second. I just need to do something quickly. If the attempt is made to see, that's what I'm saying. 1-0 is a very dangerous result. Mohun Bagan definitely were controlling the game for the 45. Too far away, so it is a penalty, not given. Lucky there for Mohun Bagan, but East Bengal have to do more, right? There's no trust in their own game. You see, there's no cohesion. They're playing. I know that there are restrictions with looking at the bench. David trying, Clayton trying, Diamantam was trying, Vishnu trying. No cohesion in that attacking unit. You see, Gixon is trying to square, often finding Nishu. Those attacking players, you've got three strikers, and one of them is playing on the wing, two up front, but then one is dropping back. that is too chaotic for me. That is something which they need to sort out. And yeah, that's something for East Bengal to sort out. And Mohun Bagan, for once, not being clinical, I think that's a dangerous thing for the Mariners. I think that's a one. And you know, so let's wait and see. You know, that's it. Shomolo said referee, referee, or referee, or referee. Yeah, but again, Shomolo, the hand was well away from the body. I think it was a clear pen. Shovik, it wasn't as clearly away from the body is a different, yeah. So therefore, for me, again, Sachin, I don't actually care what a commentator says. If you ask me for my opinion, I will say it. And if the commentator says it, it doesn't mean I have to agree with him. I've seen the, and for me, pen, if I think it's not a pen, I will say it's a pen, and the commentator can say what the hell he or they want to say, right? So if you want to listen to me, listen to me. If you want to listen to them, listen to them. But in this case, arm is a little too far out. If you had it, even 15, 20, it wouldn't have been. It would be 2-1 or 3-1 in favor of Mohun Bagan. Yeah, but Uchud, and I know we've spoken about this. Now these conspiracies will rise up, and this thing and that thing would have been possible for East Bengal. So says Sachin, need Greg, says Ogni. I don't know. I don't think that's your problem. I think the finishing, and also poor first touch from Nisho on multiple occasions. That's also true, right? But Nisho has not been playing consistently since his blaster days, right? That's another problem for him. With his gameplay, looks like he's in a garden with his friends. Shumola, I guess that's his style of play. That's the way he plays football. Some of these players have this, there's this French word, nonchalance attitude, so to say. It's not good enough. And that he and Hector Yuste are being stretched. The Chonunga and Nisho are being put under pressure on the wings. Cummings in a free role, trying to do a lot for Mohun Bagan. On the other side, Manveer could have been today. So yeah, a lot of things to think about. But as I said, to me, it's only 1-0 to East Bengal. 1-0 to Mohun Bagan, and that is something which makes it interesting. And very careful second half, yes. Very, very careful. And that's also a story of East Bengal this season. The number of cards, most cards in the league. So therefore, they need to be careful on that front as well. So therefore, it'll be interesting to see how things move forward. But all to play for East Bengal, and a bench with Greg Stewart and Timmy Petratos. East Bengal, if they take something positive out 0-1, but all theoretically still possible, all to play for, and put a little bit more pressure on Mohun Bagan, I think would be try, if you lose 2-0, 3-0, or if you want to get a 1-1 or maybe even upset, you have to risk something. If Oscar continues to play that he's playing at the moment, looking at the team and thinking, let me try and play this way and see what we can do, or if he's going to risk something, that will be interesting to see in the second 45, in my opinion, because so far, this is something which just isn't good enough, in my opinion. And let's see if something changes. Maybe a chance there. Ooh, chance there for Clayton. And once more, he doesn't make the first contact. That's the problem with Clayton. Maybe trying sometimes. Yeah, and the second one goes wide. Yeah, that's the problem. Clayton Silva at the moment. Probably in the past. Tough. equal to hit the player, not the ball. Yeah, it should. Very true. That's something which I've heard from certain people quite often speaking about those players, and they'll give you a lot of service, but the risk is always there. Hit the target, but actually hit the opponent, and yeah, that's something which is very, very true. As it's a throw in for Mohun Bagan. Have some water. Mohun Bagan in the attacking third. Wanted to middle, cleared by Yuste. Ball out to Listed Golasso. Cleared by Yuste. It's a bad ball from ball now East Bengal. Interesting is we're trying to play 3-man back. Clayton. It's a handball, but advantage given. That should have been a foul. Shivashish plays it long. Jamie McLaren had come short. I'm gonna keep looking. Don't wait a second. Throw in for East Bengal. Mohun Bagan defense looks shaky. Will concede if they don't score the insurance goal. Interesting point, Zorawar. Could be the case. They're not as clear as this Mohun Bagan defense in the past. A little bit unusually shaky, I think would be the right explanation. Ishu takes man down and gets a yellow card for that. Ball to Liston. And then blocks his movement. Foul. Yellow card. 40 minutes to play. So now him and Shobik Chakraborty with a yellow at East Bengal. Shobik forward. Finds Diamantakos for once. But Diamantakos loses the ball. Wants a foul. Not. Diamantakos just argues with the referee. He's not going to get a foul if he does like that. He's harming his team more than he's helping at the moment. He's not understanding that. Good enough for national team. Mukul, don't get me started on that topic. If David is good enough for the national team, shut down the Indian national team. There are a number of players that people are now mentioning. If you want to have a national team, before I call up David, I most probably would. And I'm not even joking. East Bengal in attack. Shovik. Is it back to Hector Yuste? And Chununga doesn't get to it. Counter-attacking chance for Mohun Bagan potentially. Oscar Brozon cannot be happy. Cannot be happy with this performance. Liston in the middle. Manveer. And get past Vishnu. East Bengal is dominating. Just allowing them possession, but they're unable to make anything out of it. And Diamantakos is still discussing with the referee. He can be happy that's an Indian referee. In other parts of the world, he would have been given a card by now. Bengal clear that corner. Nishu Kumar cleared that. Tom Aldred. The Mohun Bagan defense has come back and set itself up again. Alberto. Shivashish. Over to Liston. McLaren. Plays it to Liston. Liston, yeah, that's too much. But Manveer has the ball. Plays it to Ashish Rai. Ashish, that's useless. Well done by Hector Yuste. David. Breaking for once. Diamant. Straight into the arms of Vishal Keth. No danger. Much better move from the red and gold. Diamantakos knows. Oh, mistake from Hijaji Maher. To use the covering. Vishnu loses the ball against Manveer. Foul not given. Clayton. It's terrible. Alba gets another second chance. Clayton Silva. Hijaji Maher with the ball into the box, but that's overcooked. And Cummings gets to it. Subin clears it from McLaren. Cummings. And big goal with the ball. Hi Abhishek. Both of them predictable. We can say if they are scoring. Looks like it, but again, Mohun Bagan have only one goal to their name. Ball out. Can Hector used to get to it? No. Liston does. Liston keeps the ball. He just needs to terrible pass. Just needs to find McLaren who's completely free. Ashish is struggling. I don't know, Sarawar, are we watching different football matches? He's doing okay. That was a good interception. Apuya, Sahal, Cummings, back to Apuya, Ashish Rai, we play to Manveer on the right, plays back to Sahal. Sahal plays it across to Liston. Liston Kolasa. Apuya across to Ashish. Back to Apuya. Manveer. Ashish. Manveer. He takes the shot. He tries to win the ball back, but that's going to be a foul on David. Poor from Manveer. That shot was never going to put. Vishnu. Interesting heat map. Clearly been on his left flank and more in his own half than in attacking. That's an interesting piece of info. Still only 1-0 for Mohun Bagan. Chandunga with a foul with another yellow card. Don't know how many cards he's collected this season. He's Bengal, of course, the team with the most cards in the ISL. And expulsion as well. That is truly earned against James McLaren. And I have a quick afternoon bite where we watch this game, which isn't the most interesting, to be very honest. And quickly munch on something. It's been out. Terrible weather here. It's still wintry. It's still snowing. -1 degree. %62% possession for Mohun Bagan in the second half. Each. They're both with an hour gone now. What a beautiful strike by Kazimov. That's a world class goal, to be honest. Yeah, it was. But Kazimov has had quite a few of them. I remember he scored one for into the box, but we shot. These people need to put more pressure on that Mohun Bagan backline. East Bengal is more in the half of Mohun Bagan, but back in their own half. Issue with a cross. That could be dangerous. Cleared by Mohun Bagan. Shubashi. Uster gets to it. McLaren was lurking behind him. do you think Gurpreet deserves to be national team? However, at the moment, none of the keepers are showing me is active stay under pressure. If you ask me, I don't see any goalkeeper for March. More through. Enjoying my hair. Back to his keeper. Cleared. And that's a foul. I don't see an alternative. I know people will say Vishal Kate and all, but I've said in the last few days, to me, Vishal Kate doesn't give me the confidence that I need from a national team goalkeeper. He's never given that. And that's something that I've heard also from additional national team coaches. Nishu Kumar now. That first contact was again. So therefore, for me, at the moment, cleared. Mohun Bagan. Nishu Kumar, that first contact. Terrible. But at least. So therefore, for me at the moment, Gurpreet stays number one. That's my honest opinion, if you ask me. Corner for the red and gold. Clayton Silver to take it. Pushing and shoving going on in the box. Provoke something East Bengal at least. Puts it into a danger zone. Cleared by Vishal. Chance for Mohun Bagan to break. Liston Colasso on that wing. And there's one man in front of him. He's got others. He gets past his man. Oh, that's a foul from Shovik. And he's the last man. Yeah. Shamulo, you don't have to say, ref. Shovik has to blame himself. There's nobody else to blame. And East Bengal is too open. Only get a yellow card and not a straight red. Because Liston was through. Once more, that counter-attack. Liston Colasso with his speed. And you see they're not coming in. And yes, Shovik was last man. His contact. Yeah, that's clear contact. And that is pathetic. East Bengal, says Abhishek. You can't leave your backline that open. Such a boring match going on, says Gear Rare. Abhishek's Liston also. Yeah, Liston needs to beat his man better. But he's now. And 66th minute. Oh, not a bad free kick from Liston. Now, East Bengal still one goal down. Try and get something out of this game at least. Fight for it. Shouldn't be that this match was decided in the second minute by that goal from Jamie McLaren. It's now advantage, Mohun Bagan. Question if Vishnu or David are going to come off. Liston needs to make chances like this count every time, especially when you play for national. Both Manvi, Liston. He has to beat the man. He's got the speed. He can go around Shovik and then really challenge for the goal. And for me, it felt like he was waiting for that foul to happen rather than missing that opportunity. So, yeah, could have been different. Wasn't. I totally agree. Ball through. Ashish Rai. Oh, good save there from Prabsukan. Good ball through. And that would have gone in. Good ball from Liston. And Prabsukan takes no chances. Good goalkeeping. Poor tactics by Molina trying to scores one through set piece or on open play, then they will be in trouble. Yazuravar, I agree with you. Mohun Bagan are not doing enough to try and score a second today. Maybe they will, you know, this corner might corners for Super Giant. Referee says play on. You saw why General got a red card. Was it General? Yes, or throw last man, contact with Liston, counter-attack. Theoretically, because he was last man, you know, and so therefore no discussion. As David comes off for Mahesh, remember Molina also known as Drawlina. Yeah, but Kieran Red, I think he's top of the table. So I think, you know, we can discuss top of the table. So therefore, from that perspective, yeah, he's doing something right. Finally, Mahesh on pitch. Let's see if Mahesh can create some difference for East Bengal in this game. They will need that. That's the problem for them today. They need that difference player. And none of those are actually stepping up today. We're in the 70th minute of this game. If you're liking, just watch along. 17 likes so far. Thanks a lot. So, and share and subscribe through ball. Attempted. The ball into. Hector Yuste has been solid at the back. I think the best Bagan defender tonight. Oh, mistake. Why did I praise Hector Yuste? No, listen. Apuya. Sorry, Apuya. Overshesh. Four yellow and one red in this game so far. Yes. Judging my hair. Jason Cummings. Now take the free kick. Even though, you know, it's been a fair game in my opinion. It's not too many fouls as Greg Stewart is getting ready to come on. Let's see. 71st minute. Free kick, Mohun Bagan. Cummings. One foot. Played. Sarah, I find this game boring as well. Yeah, so far, Kieran, I have to add to you, and Showbiz is very fair game. Hi, Kumar. What's your take on biggest move in his life to Man City by Kushanov? It's a big moment of Brazil football. Kumar, they've been sending players to Europe for the last, you know, um, 15 years. I mean, Shuramarov was playing in Italy, I think he was 16. So this is nothing new for them, right? So therefore, we as India, our rankings used to be this, their ranking used to be that. And that's why, we put emphasis, you know, so what to talk about. I saw BFC highlights. BFC is like going on rough patch one day, on the other day it will certain search and drop. Yeah, but consistency, Kumar. It's the simple word, consistency. Eastwin for fans, if they lose, they will blame referee as usual and not for giving that handball in first half. Yeah, Zarawa. But one is also honest. So far, they've not also deserved anything more. No? That. There's nothing where I'd say there's that will, that desire, that capability. Also, it's not about desire. I think the desire is there, but it's just that that quality is lacking in this team, and that's the shocking one. That with the reputation that some of these players have, that this team is playing the way it is at the moment, right? Shocking. It's not good enough at the moment. But with all that's going on, get to expect from a team like this at the moment. Very, very disappointing to see what East Bengal is putting out today in the field. Yeah, I at least expect more from an East Bengal football club. As East Bengal trying to build up into the 75th minute. Trying to attack. Interesting to see that Hiraji Maher is the left one, and Cummings comes off as Greg Stewart comes on. Don't know how this team won at AFC level recently. Yeah, it happens. What I'm saying is it's going to the top top team in Europe and currently around the Pep. Listen, even going to North, these are big teams. Pep and all you guys will be speaking about it, but I've seen Uzbek players in Europe for the last 10, 15 years. That's the problem. You guys wake up when someone goes to Man City, na? These guys have been around. Look at their team where they're playing. Uh, in Serie A, right? It's follow it, see it, do it, and Uzbekistan has been doing their work for not since yesterday, right? I think that's something which I find very yesterday by chance. But yes, they played against the club from Bhutan, and 2 3 players around 40 against them. They also struggling. Yeah, but that was the first game. They weren't playing well, and then after that, they were actually playing well. So yeah, but against Nejmen, they were lucky. Bashundara was weak. Welcome back. I'm doing fine. Hope you're doing well as well. So therefore, these are all things, right? It's nothing happens out of the blue. There's a lot of work, hard work put into getting players from A, B, C, D to a certain level, right? So that is one thing we should not forget. Uzbek players are playing in Italy, France for some time. Exactly. That's my point. East Bengal isn't doing well at youth level as well today. It's good because we need to recruit from guys on the trophy. Yeah, but those so-called youth players, um, the so-called youth players from Kerala, they're not 18, 19, 20. They're 22, 23, 25. Where is the potential? That is something that we should look at, right? So that's something which yeah, you know, um, yeah, that's a reality. Mohun have been solid this season. Do you agree, Ishan? In the last few weeks, yes. Were, during cup time, start of the ISL, they were conceding 2 goals a match. So therefore, they've not always been this stable. And so I don't know why Ashish and I tried that one. By the way, we are so wasteful. Yeah, all the 95th minute equalizer. Bragging rights will be on the other side. So therefore, yeah, they need to do more. Um, let's see. Lister, and I don't know what Sahal is trying to hit. It's just, oh God. And this is the top team of the ISL. Just to let me not start about topic of quality. And such chances, they look complacent. I don't know. To me, it seems like a little arrogance by now that it's a derby, but they're not finishing East Bengal off. They're keeping them alive. I don't know. That has to be. Um, how Mohun Bagan can miss so many chances in this game. I know Uzbek players start their journey from Belarus League, which is starting point, then development teams and all center of mostly take this through. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. Belarus League, there's one player. You mentioning the one player who's taken that Belarus League. They normally go straight into Europe. Why would they take the Belarus League route? Right? And now the great Nanda Kumar. If you look at the captain, Shomu Rodov, right? He went from Rostov on Don to Genoa to Roma, Spezia, and now Cagliari. Now is back at Roma, right? So therefore, these guys to Belarus. Amongst other things, East Bengal lacks pace, midfield, defense area. Pace is a problem. Cohesion is a problem with East Bengal. Now the great Nanda Kumar is coming, who at the moment, yeah, poor finishing from one, very poor finishing, Ogni. Um, you know, again, but it doesn't speak for the level of our football at the moment. It's scary. It is scary. If this is a derby, that I was lucky that I was there last time around. Quite good because at least Mohun Bagan were good. But this is if East Bengal manages to score one, somehow it will be Mohun Bagan's fault. 100% Zorawa. 100% Zorawa. Sir trolling me with great Nanda Kumar. I would here and rare. I only speak facts. Sorry, but Nanda Kumar to me at the moment is not a player who should be playing ISL. Is just, and playing national team has been a joke for years. How did BFC lose today? Crazy that because Mohammed good. Now BFC have been having these ups and downs, and yeah, it's it's crazy. It's crazy, but that's the ISL for you. And to me, Mohammedan are fighting, they're trying their best. Are they even ISL level? That's we need to ask ourselves other things, and that's, in my opinion, a big problem in football. That a lot of people need to ask themselves what they have been doing as coaches, what they've been doing as managers and sporting directors and others. There needs to be question asked, but who's going to ask? No accountability. Indian football for the dogs. No, nobody cares. This is yeah, it is. You know, this is the level of our football today. Gurpreet with another schoolboy error. What a disappointment. Yeah, it's becoming very difficult to defend Gurpreet. Sukan. Again, where you were spot on, it's very, very boring. There's no pace in this game. They're trying to play from one side to the other. Then there's some long ball forward. Then someone tries to get the ball. Then they're put off the ball. Now Mohun Bagan have the ball. Victor Yuste comes in the way. Um, you know, um, some experts of Indian football believe that India could beat Uzbekistan AFC Asian Cup. Yeah, those experts, should be brought to a public square and then either make them make jumping jacks or maybe, do kneel downs or do push-ups or whatever, and hold their ears and I'll never talk about Indian football again. This is the problem, right? That's the yeah, that's the reality. But and at the moment, Mohun Bagan 8 points clear. Of course, FC Goa could move to 29. That would be 6. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe falling off. I know I did not follow much these Uzbek players because I did not follow the league or Russian league or Portuguese league, but mostly I've seen the top team, European top 5 league. Yeah, but if you're not watching Ligue 1, Ligue 1 is a top league in Europe, right? Cleared from Mohun Bagan, corner. That's why, Kumar, ask. Don't write it down and make an assumption that you know. If you don't know, just say or don't comment. Nah? You're saying like, oh, you know what? He came from Belarus and they've all come from Belarus. Why? It's not the pitch for BFC supposed to wish more such pitches we made. BFC sets standards. Okay, XYZ. Why in ISL coaches get cards this much often? Never saw this much cards when other league coaches, because the coaches don't respect the referees. And if we're talking about deserve to be sent off, and that behavior, I think they should be giving them even more cards. Sorry, that the referees are not the best. Listen, no doubt about that. But our coaches, our players, the officials, the fans, that's another problem. What do you think? Do you think Oman are Shield favourites now that BC lost? Rather, they were Shield favourites before. They are still Shield favourites. They will be Shield favourites. And that's the thing. They were always up there. I thought, you know, um, as I said, I still think Mumbai City could have been up there, but aren't up there, and the rest is not up to the mark. Matches, but consistency is a thing, and Mohun Bagan consistently are winning their matches, and that makes a difference despite a bad start. Huh? So that's the reality. This match seems like the 3 p.m. I-League game. No pace, players not looking energetic, defense just clear balls long. Yeah, and there's no understand. I mean, with East Bengal, I get it, but this at Mohun Bagan we're seeing the same thing, right? So the question is Mohun Bagan really trying to play at the East Bengal level, or are they not better? Right? This is the question. Gurpreet is such an overrated goalkeeper. He's a talent who knows what Gurpreet could have been. Sadly, Gurpreet doesn't have that hustler's mentality. None of the Indian players do. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's given us a lot over the last decade. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's with the talent he has, and if I see other goalkeepers and what they've achieved, I think Gurpreet for himself has done very, very well. Honestly, I don't like the behavior of ISL players and coaches in general, just animated all the time, keep crying and whining about referee decisions. Yeah, I mean, my favorite example has been in the last few weeks has been left, right, and center. And most of the time he's wrong. In one instance he might be right, and then there are 50 instances where he's wrong. And for example, he gets very rarely a card, right? So therefore, that's the point to me as Jay McLaren goes off. Terrible behavior. Because of Soviet connection. Yeah, Kumar, but again, you thought because you saw one player going through that market, that's why all of them do. Belarus normally, rarely is a destination for an Uzbek player. It's more Russia. I think Goalkeeper has been beating in every angle in past 2 seasons. Top right. Attacking today's game, bad. Again, he's still better than the others. That's the sad part. No, don't tell me that the others are better. Why the sudden comparison with Uzbekistan? There is no comparison between India and Uzbekistan. India comparison with Pakistan and Bangladesh. So however, that's again, this who know, that the referee is right and wrong, who know, we're comparing ourselves to Uzbekistan because an Uzbek player has gone to Man City, which is a joke, right? I mean, that boy, Kusanov, is regarded as one of the best young defenders in the world of football, not only Uzbekistan or Asia. Otherwise, Pep Guardiola wouldn't sign him. We have nobody, even in our closest dream, who is close to that boy, right? As Prabsukhan clears on rushing, was it Petratos? After watching Indian football after a long time, I'm better with just watching European. Even Japanese or Saudi or MLS is far better, and referee of this league is better than even English referees. Yeah, I mean, that's one way PGR 72 on how to look at it. But, again, yes, in parallel, I could be watching the Bundesliga or should be watching the Bundesliga maybe. But I'm watching ISL, right? So I think that there's a little bit of commitment needed from all of us, despite it being good or bad as it is, and yeah, it's the way it is, and it is disappointing to say the least, but it is the way it is at the moment, and yeah, I'm not sure. Fans need to support it, so that's one thing for me for sure. It will not work. XYZ says, buddy, I think Bangladesh is definitely better than us. Pakistan soon will be if they bring more quality overseas players. Let's wait and see. We've got a match in weeks coming up, and then let's see what happens against Bangladesh. My voice is cutting off, Kumar. I hope not. So the way Parthiv started things was awesome, but now he's also getting decline, I feel. Again, the same question. There was no need to hype Parthiv. Let him play football, and yeah, let him play football. Because we've got 5 minutes of injury time. This keeps on. Manolo will have to be the risk Jesus for his years of experience or go with a new goalkeeper. Yeah. And again, as I say, I would still risk him with his experience rather than going for a new goalkeeper. So that's the thing. Shubhrato Pal had a ceiling settings. Form was Gopit doesn't seem to even reach his peak. Maybe that Qatar game we drew. XYZ, I don't know how many matches you've seen. To me, Shubhrato did very, very well. I've known Shubhrato since he's been a kid. I've signed him in the ISL for Mumbai City. I know what he's capable of, but I also know Gurpreet, and Gurpreet's done very well. And that Qatar game is not the only game. He's had multiple games. Even that Thailand game we won 4-1. He had some very, very good saves. So therefore, that's the reality, As Mohun Bagan, once again have the word. Part of many Soviet Union teams, is it right in the sense that they have culture? Of course they have. Ishan, they're not there since yesterday. They used to be part of the Soviet Union. Their big players used to play in Moscow. They used to play in Kiev. They used to play by Dynamo Minsk, which is now Belarus, when they used to be, the Soviet Union used to exist. So therefore that that they've come around yesterday. Uzbekistan have been always a good team, but they've not been able to, if you want to talk about Asian underperformers, then it is Uzbekistan, in my opinion. Uzbekistan should have been a good top team in Asia over the last 30 years. They've not been able to. What a game week. Yes, Wednesday, and that's a fact. Alberto Rodriguez used to play in third, fourth division of Spain, and look how he has dominated ISL. Yeah, Ishan, that's one, but he's also a top player in Indonesia, right? So therefore, these kind of guys. I mean, I was in Spain last month. I saw fifth division, and that training was better than any ISL team training. Sorry to say that. That's the reality. In the last 3 to 4 editions, this is the most annoying game as a football fan I'm watching today, I feel. Boy, I've seen many of these. Post-match sometimes most probably is better than doing these lives, because these lives make, at least me, this academic game is being annoyed. It's annoying me. This game is just, it's just, there's nothing, from both sides. Mohun Bagan will get nothing to say, what, this is something, that is something we can talk about, Do you see Uzbek players in Germany as well? I can't remember, Ishan, if I'm being very honest. I do not remember an Uzbek player playing in Germany. Remember. One of the worst derbies in the last 2 years in terms of gameplay. Zorawa, this has been one of the worst derbies that I've ever seen. And if they're going to give me the reason, what, we're Guwahati, this, that, everything, there is nothing. There is nothing, And so you told about commitment. We try to buy. What's the point? Management, referee, clubs, and players don't care about the Indian football. I see commitment, cricket, hockey, or kabaddi, and I follow it. There is, if you want to talk about commitment, people are right. One maybe last attack for East Bengal. Nanda Kumar, does he get a corner? No. And he doesn't beat his man. Sorry, but you need to reset your audio or something. Okay. People are surprised with Kusanov going to Man City. Roma, Uzbekistan beating UEFA quality. Kazakhstan is a neighbor, so Kazakhstan is not UEFA quality. They are of a similar level, And again, says Waldemar Anton, born in Uzbek, but played for Germany and Dortmund team as well. But Waldemar Anton is Russian German, so that's a special case. Once again, just need to get that's a special case. Waldemar Anton has played his whole entire career from youth in Germany, so therefore he's a football German, I would say. So that's something. But again, Uzbeks players, Tajikistan and others, Kyrgyz Republic, where German Russians, so to say, they're called, or German origin Russians, who have then gone on to play, born and brought up here, or come as young kids and then have gone on to play there. So therefore, these are, that's something. They have quality. We are comparing a team which, in my opinion, should be a top Asian team. I think Uzbekistan should be a top team with us. We are nowhere near a top Asian team. Uzbekistan normally should be in a bracket with Japan, with Korea, with Iran, with the Saudis. Murali was asking, right? If I was saying, most probably the biggest underperformers of football, right? So that's something that I would say. If you ask me, Uzbekistan are the biggest underperformers of Asian, maybe even of world football. In regard to that, they've never qualified actually for. As that's something which is there, and what more to say? How did Uzbekistan manage to not qualify for World Cup every time? I think they have a strong chance now. That's the thing. As the derby is over, let's speak about that. Mohun Bagan Uh, so therefore, yeah, to me, what more to say? Um, Mohun Bagan, what has been in the recent past one of uh, yeah, weakest performances. Is and this it's very early in the match, and yeah, could the penalty have made something? Yeah, I think the penalty could have done damage. That was a penalty. Let's be honest about it. But if we look at the game, yeah, very boring game. What downfall for Petratos last year was so good. This year he's as bad as an Indian player. So now he's been injured, he's been in, he's been out. Coach doesn't seem to trust him as well. That's the thing. Will for sure support East Bengal, but only in AFC matches for now. PGR Kazakhstan did beat Denmark. Of course, they are way better than most Asian teams. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, as I said, it was to me are of similar level. Uzbekistan could also, I mean, on their day, most probably even Uzbekistan could beat one of the other teams in Europe. Audio shows, I'm not sure. Akash says also boring. Your one is expected much better from both teams. East Bengal, Mohun Bagan not finishing. Yeah, there's no hunger thing. You're talking about one side. There was no hunger, on both ends. Mohun Bagan scored in the second minute. It's like, okay, TK, if they're not going to be able to score, let's. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this was what I felt today, and yeah, not good enough. And yeah, um, very poor for Derby, if you ask me. Felt the match was not interesting to watch. That early goal killed the game. Yeah, Roshan, agree with you. Olive says, yeah, absolute. Sure. One of the most tasteless derby as far as I remember. Akash, totally agree with you. Who do you think can stop Mohun Bagan Super Giant besides of themselves? Yeah, good question. Look difficult. FC Goa have to now win to at least move into point. But BFC play Mohun Bagan later this month. Jamshedpur play or host Mohun Bagan in the next game. Those are the next matches. East Bengal playing like human bodies without life and energy. Football not given, yeah, Shinjoy, that's a fact. I fell asleep when we played for 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I would love to have slept. What's wrong with these refs? That was a pen. Icon loan, yeah. Again, I needed to watch it 5 times to understand. Difficult. It was the way it is today. Still, Mohun Bagan missed easy chances, but yeah, played super safe. Yeah, I don't know if they played super safe, bro. I think they were on the edge. I think East Bengal had a little bit more quality. That's the thing. Do you think not playing in Kolkata influenced today's level of the derby? No, Roshan. To me, the derby should be played anywhere. And the thing, there are a lot of points, and I think this is something for the clubs, the officials, the players, the coaches, also the fans to think about. Um, this hurts. This derby was today not good enough. This is not. Are much better, to be honest. Yeah, but the quality at Seafield, again, you are glorifying things. It's like people are glorifying the Santosh Trophy. Guys, stop glorifying what is rubbish, right? It might be more entertaining, but the quality is even worse than this. That is the problem. Stop glorifying things which are rubbish. Sorry. I think Mohammedan gave us the best performance. And that's the scary part, right? To me, Mohammedan Sporting at the moment are not an ISL level team. And if they're putting in the best performance, then what performance did East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, and BFC put in today? We have a problem. We have a problem which address. We need change. We need drastic change. And most of the people working in Indian football should resign from their positions and say, you know what, thank you very much. I'm looking for a new job. Because they're not good enough. They're not qualified. They're destroying the game. There should be players. I do not deserve this money. Coaches should say, you know what, I'm so bad. Take my badges away. Club officials. The system is rotten. No? We've built the system for 100 plus years. The system to fail. And go was a problem. I-League was a problem. Everything before that was a problem. Indian football is where, sadly, I have to say, I feel today, if you look at a derby, this should be the biggest game in Asia, if not one of the biggest matches in the world. And we're looking at this. Bad refereeing for the last 5 matches? No. There was refereeing in between, but you're not going to count that. That's the other problem. The refereeing overall has gotten better this year. But hey, who cares? Blame the referees, right? Don't blame the players. Don't blame the clubs. Don't blame the officials. Blame the referees. Who's not going to talk about the inconsistency of that? I want to ask a question regarding opting out of Confederation. Can any team come out of UEFA Confederation to AFC Confederation for easy path to World Cup qualify? It's a doubt. No. There needs to be reasons given, and there needs to be some in Central Asia. They're on the border, and some opted to play for to go for Europe, and some opted to go for Asia. Mohammedan is fighting way better than East Bengal. Everyone is trying up now. Mohammedan and East Bengal, no fighting spirit. Yeah, Akash, that's a problem. Yeah, so that's the issue. Today, what do you say about the refereeing? Shivam, one mistake. Otherwise, everything right. But that one mistake was big, right? So that's the problem, right? In India, nothing will change as politicians run football in this country and will keep doing so in future. No, Zurava, that's not the problem. See, that's the other problem. If you want to see how the system works, and knowing the system, if I like it, if you like it, the system is the way it is. At the end of the day, you need a politician to head the federation, right? That's the only. But the management of the federation, have a general secretary or secretary general, whatever you want to call it, let him run the administration, create a CEO position, let that person work on the future of Indian football, on the structure of Indian football. That's the only way it's going to do. You're saying you talked about politics in the last 25, 26, 27 years. We were coming from a very low, but those guys worked a little bit to get us to a certain level. And when there was trouble, they sorted those things out, which don't happen today. So therefore, this that's the thing. I mean, I'm asking as a mariner, as I said, Shivam, penalty not given. Okay, fine. Others, let's move on. I guess this is Molina's scheme of. He always parked the bus. This is new. At the start of the season, he was very open, and he was conceding tons of goals. So that's the thing. Kolkata Derby is the single biggest football match in Indian football. This is not just a role. FSTL AFF needs much more response for scheduling these games. Pointing again at the wrong people. AFF has nothing to do with the scheduling, right? Get this into your head, guys. The AFF has nothing to do with the scheduling. FSDL sends out the schedule to the clubs and says, can you confirm me these match dates? This is homework not done by the Mohun Bagan management, right? So don't put it on the AFF. Don't put it on FSDL. Last season we had Lokhi Pujo. Around Lokhi Pujo, you schedule a derby. These clubs are run by people who should not be in their positions, period. That is the reality. But hey, who's asking the question? We should talk about players more, not referees like Clayton Silver, who's not good. Kohli, very well said. Forget Clayton, Diamantakos, Vishnu, David, Manvir, Liston, Sahal. Some extent to that, but he had a few good moments, right? Which one do you think was the biggest mistake? Shivam, the penalty. That was the only mistake. I think 3 mistakes for referee today. Genuine corner for Mohun denied by ref. Listen, are we going to start with these? Discussing in the Bundesliga, and there were 3 corner discussions. Sadly to say that it happens. Shouldn't happen, but it happens. The yellow card for Shovik, 100% it's a yellow card. The second one is a straight red. He's obstructed the player, he was through. So have 1 match suspension instead of 2 or 3. Be happy with it. And the handball, 100% handball. That's why I said at the halftime, I was not sure. I will have to, if I have to see the video 4 or 5 times to understand if it's a handball or not, the referee has to decide in the blink of a second. So, yeah. Molina was always a defensive-minded coach. Just check his stats and let. Yeah, that's the thing, Rahul. Very, very right. Not be a handball when the hand is in a natural position, right? Shivam, yeah, but not a natural position for Apuya. I'm talking about Liston's deliberate handball, not the box one. Which deliberate handball? When? Where? I don't even know. Bengaluru FC. Yes, video freezing and audio issues. Okay, I don't know, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Shovik needs to be more responsible. Liston should be given yellow card, extend his hand for restriction. Actually, that's around the world. If the referee stops it, he'll give a yellow card. If the referee plays on, and it happens in the Bundesliga quite often, he will not get it. So, guys, I thought you follow a lot of football. You know, you're giving me vibes like, we should be starting with the football basics from tomorrow onwards. It's, yeah. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know. I mean, for my uploading, my it is sometimes. I mean, if you play your football yourself, sometimes you do stupid things, right? Like this. Shouldn't be doing it in a game because it's not you're playing football. You're not playing handball. And again, that sometimes you do these things. That's the problem with this. XYZ, I'm losing. So that's the thing. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, Roshan, I don't know if it's glass fiber. Give me a sign to stop the live and say, give up. Give up on Indian football, maybe. That's the sign. I don't know if it's the cold weather, the snow, but My uploading backend's not showing anything. Maybe it's something with the loading into StreamYard. I'm sorry, guys. Again, to me, it shows that the net is fine. Yeah, it's not, Panash, it's not an, to me, it's not showing as an internet problem. Yeah, sorry. I needs to target practice. Gosh, one of the many things. If you saw him running around, sense of positioning, right? I don't know what his position was. Then you saw that Jason Cummings was sometimes they're like, what is he doing here, right? That is the sad part. With all the technical attributes that a Sahal has, technically he's a great footballer, great footballer. But on the other side, yeah, it's Sahal was awful today. Yeah, Palash, sad to say. By the way, this derby is even worse than the first one. How can Mohun Bagan win 70% duel? It's diabolical, and Mohun Bagan didn't kill the game. Still, yeah, and therefore, with this 1-0, the penalty is given. Who knows? For that is a weird discussion that is there already. That will happen, and Mohun Bagan, and that's the reality, right? No, don't give up. Yeah, sometimes again, they shall be doing a little bit more work in our reasons. Also, I'm traveling to India for another sport. There will be some sort of announcement next week. But yeah, Indian football is just awful, and he should not be called for national team. Yeah, but Palash, if you don't call these kind of players, do you have better players in the background who you can call up? We have a huge quality problem. That is a real problem at the moment with Indian football. If you look at a game like this, again, East Bengal, I take out a little bit of my criticism because it is evident that they are not in the best of shapes with those injuries, with players out of form, this, that, everything. But Mohun Bagan, top in the league, you expect something, right? And it's a derby, and it's like, yeah, this today was just not, second minute, and we could have ended watching the game, right? It's not going to get better. That's the scary part. Is this league now fixed? East Bengal played miserable, but some of those referee decisions were painful to watch. Koshik, there was one mistake, and don't come with these pathetic fixing allegations. I always say, yeah, this match deserved no other result. A 1-0 for Mohun Bagan, and you should have stopped after the third minute. That would have been the best thing to do. Take a goal scored, Mohun Bagan quit. Because the next 87 plus minutes, it's not going to get better. That should be the discussion point. That should be so scary. This is a derby. This is India's biggest football match. And it felt like some para boys are playing against each other. Some local boys playing, having a kicker. This is what I feel. I don't know how you feel. I feel that is the scary part to me. That the quality of this game was so poor, so poor, that there is really nothing to take away out of it. That I feel very, very scary. I don't know what you feel, but I feel very scary about this. And people say Sahal is Neymar, dribbling this, that, he creates creativity. XYZ, that's the problem. And we've discussed it now so many times with so many players that after my biggest example this season has been Nufal, right? The first game, we were talking about, people were telling me after the game, oh, Nufal this, Nufal that, national team, whatever, 20 minutes. He's not even been able to recreate those 20 minutes so far this season, right? That is the problem. We glorify our players today. How can we, with Abu Qadir Kusanov, world class. Want to get Delhi the Daily depression. Maybe it is -2 degrees outside. It is foggy outside. It's freezing rain outside. Maybe it is that because I've been outside today. But for me, today was. I mean, I was there at the last derby, right? I was in Kolkata on the 19th of October, and you knew East Bengal is coming off of a losing stretch. 4 matches lost. Quadrat just fired. Oscar came in, and it was one-sided. But still, East Bengal tried, and you saw they tried, but they weren't capable. And today it was that trying. We scored a goal. We were done. Somehow we'll win. And from that perspective, I think if East Bengal had scored an equalizer, then I would have liked to see would have Mohun Bagan upped the tempo because they're capable of much better. This team is capable of much better. Of East Bengal, I'm not expecting. Right? I guess I can understand why Munila plays Cummings as a makeshift cam, who will start Sahal as number 10. Yeah, agree. And Cummings has been a revelation in the last few weeks, right? And Cummings is a different class. McLaren is a different where they are. Are these signs of ISL ending? XYZ, maybe. Because if this is India's biggest game, who will want to do something around this? This was tough, right? This was tough, in my opinion, to watch. Yeah. Do you think coaches prepared the players that it's a derby 100%? Roshan, in a German context, I don't need to tell a player from Dortmund that you're playing Schalke, or Schalke player you're playing Dortmund, or Dortmund playing Bochum, Bochum playing Dortmund, or other derbies that you have around the world. You don't need to tell them, right? Look at Man United. Able to hold the best team in Europe at the moment, Liverpool, to a 1-1 draw. So these are the realities of quality, right? And this is something which is normally the weaker team in the derby ups their quality. That is what you see in derby. Take David and P. Vision now. Zoravar. I do not rate them. We play dead football. I mean, these Indian footballers got no motivation. Even Jesus can't motivate them. These players don't want to improve on how you can hope and deny, but they seem content. I support the Indian national. The badge, the soul of the senior team. I don't support the national team players. They're an embarrassment, all of them. I can't deny that, XYZ. But the point is that it is getting so bad. In this situation for Indian football. That is my concern. So, McLaren has 16 touches, 8 in box, 1 goal. Now compare how many touches Liston has. Liston has too many. For example, Liston, just for example, that Shovik situation. You need to go wide enough to beat Shovik and score. I felt he was happy to get fouled and not be put into the situation of whacking the ball somewhere but not on goal. Missing with these players. The referee had the best game. Let's take that mistake of the penalty out. Otherwise, yeah, he had a good game. But that penalty, is a... no need to defend the referee, but in that situation, listen, I needed 4 or 5 replays to realize. I thought Shubhashish touched the ball, first of all, that. And then you see Apuya, and if you see it from that angle, from that side back angle, 100%. So, biggest wonder of the world why East Bengal management thought to land Salis directly in Guwahati after 36-hour journey. What's the reason behind it? Simply, I can't touch this too much. Shomo, that's the point. I think East Bengal fans need to start asking about their management. Need to ask about the key people behind the team, right? Because this flown to Kolkata, should have taken rest today, and tomorrow should hit the ground and should start training. That would be the right thing, in my opinion, to do. But this is why is it what to give, I don't know, moral support to the team? It makes no sense. It makes completely no sense. This is what makes me, disappointed on one side, angry on the other side, and they say like, how far can we go, right? That's the crazy one. How far can we go? I know derby should be enough to boost players. It's irritating in such a derby. Yeah, exactly, Roshan. Genau, das meine ich. That is what I mean. Sorry, Sarslik German you. It is, for me, if you're not good enough, but at least if you're fighting, I'm fine. And today, they were going through the motions, and there are players, sorry to say that, who do not deserve to wear that East Bengal jersey. That is the biggest problem. And that is the real issue with this team at the moment, that we have who are playing that deserve to be in an East Bengal shirt. They don't deserve to be playing ISL, right? And there are characters on the field, in the dressing room, who are not good for this team, right? And that is clearly evident. This team has, the point is, when East Bengal in the summer went out into the market, but nobody checked on the character of the players, injury history, this and that. These players don't turn up for a derby, a game where if they perform, they could land a big ISL move, but they are so short-sighted. And we hope these players will turn up. Yeah. But again, most of these players are on big contracts, so they don't need to land a big contract. That's the problem. The worst is yet to come for Indian football, the way things are going. Hope, hope is the only thing left. I think, sorry. I think lacks stability in defense without Anwar. ISwala Anwar has not been playing as defense. He was playing defensive midfielder in the last game, and he was not stable. Again, don't glorify players who are not there. They're there of the same quality. That's the problem. Football in India seems dead. If the derby is like this, what can we expect from other games? Other games have been more exciting. The rivalry between Mohun Bagan and Mumbai City has been, one of the best things in the last 2-3 years. It's been always exciting games. A lot of controversies here and there. That's the problem. Like this, at the moment, is a dead thing. East Bengal needs to win an ISL derby. Forget Duran Cup or Super Cup or whatever. They need to win an ISL derby. And East Bengal needs to set its house in order. Not just buy names for the sake of buying names. The East Bengal needs to buy the right. For that to happen, certain people need to move away. Sorry to say that. They need to, get rid of certain people. But those people have been there for donkey's years. And that's the biggest problem of the club. If those things don't happen, I don't see East Bengal moving anywhere near where it is. That is my concern with East Bengal. But yeah, what to do? If we still after seeing this derby, we have definitely made a decision. Will you accept if you get offer as Mohun Bagan Director of Football? Zoravar, I can't say that like that. If you say it to me now, I don't know. There are a lot of things which need to be in place for me to take up any position with the. There are certain realities in my life which I can't forget, which are there. So therefore, doesn't matter if you want to make me director of football at Mohun Bagan or at East Bengal or at any other team, or take up a role in the AFF. It needs to fit. I can't generalize. I would also never say never, right? So therefore, we'll see. Whatever happens, happens, and it will happen. Let's see. Again, God save Indian football. I guess with that, XYZ and the others, let's end it for today. Uh, Disappointing derby, I have to say. Mohun Bagan deserving winners, despite of that penalty not given. But and yeah. But on our derby wouldn't have changed the situation. I remember 1860 beating Bayern Munich in one Bundesliga season after a long time, but the season was horrible, not defending to this point. I terrible season, but they played a 4-4 in Dortmund, right? So therefore you have these kind of matches. But this game, again, forget the East Bengal angle. I'm disappointed also for Mohun Bagan. And I'll be watching Mohun Bagan next month, in the next derby against Mohammedan on the 1st of Feb, and then on the 5th against Punjab season. I still, if they perform like this, I think there are teams that can beat them. If they can't up the tempo and can't up their game, if other teams take the lead, I want to see that. So let's see. Mohun Bagan beat Bayern Munich? No. Mohun Bagan lost. Mohun Bagan never beat Bayern Munich. Right. Come to the end of this live, guys. As always, as I said, please do like, to share this video. Again, sorry, little negative sometimes today, but I want to 670 views so far officially, over 1,000 in the back end. Thanks a lot, and we are at 2,140. So we've grown a little bit again today. Thanks a lot for that, and we'll continue to grow. So everyone, and let's yeah. For Indian football, I guess it's not easy, but I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we are back with Mumbai City FC against Jamshedpur FC. I think Mumbai City still have a few things to sort out with Jamshedpur FC from the last few games. As I said, like, share, and subscribe. But watch the other videos. I did something today after our discussion yesterday about India and OCIs and PIOs. I thought, yeah, I need to do something on that. Did a video on that India needs to embrace PIO, OCIs. I've done something on the new SAF format earlier. The crisis that is video support, and as always, thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow night with a live and with another shorter video before that. Thanks and good night.